All right, welcome back, everyone, as we're ready for round 3. We took a little bit of a brief break there. I needed a drink and also to rest my voice a little bit because we still have a bunch of games to cast. We're going to keep casting until there's no more games to cast or my voice gives out on me. We'll see which one comes first. Hopefully, we run out of games because we got a whole bunch more to cast tomorrow as we have to pick up where we leave off tonight, which should be at the conclusion of the round of 64. We're in the third round here, as we've got Drinking Boys, which are definitely going to be the favorites in this one. They're going to be playing on our Radiant side, and they're going up against BYS. I was just making sure that I actually changed the title of my stream. I did. Oh my goodness. It might actually look like I know what I'm doing.
Radiant team
I'm joking, of course. But yeah, we've got DKB or Drinking Boys on the Radiant side going up against BYS on the Dire side. Once again, guys, I'm Niz. Welcome to NizCast. If you're listening in on Dota TV, feel free to hop on over to twitch.tv/NizCast and check out the stream. Or keep watching in Dota TV. It's completely up to you, but I would like, if you do enjoy the cast, to drop by and give me a follow on Twitch. That's always helpful. And if you do have any feedback, it's a great way to contact me. Otherwise, you can contact me on Twitter at NizCast and let me know how I'm doing, whether it's good or bad. Doesn't matter to me. I just want and would love to hear some feedback. Already getting some great feedback through Twitch chat, so the more the merrier. But let's talk about this draft. We've got Invoker and Death Prophet getting immediately banned out by BYS to start things off, and man, that brings you back several patches ago.
10 seconds remaining.
Man, that's way back. That is way back. We're talking 2 TIs ago, back when I might have been relevant in the competitive scene. We've got the Invoker and Death Prophet immediately getting banned out. Drinking Boys, they went with a little bit more current standard that we've been seeing from a lot of the other teams, as the Lich and the Bounty Hunter got banned out by them. Starting picks, Doom and Bristleback getting picked up by BYS, and Beastmaster and Winter Wyvern getting picked up by Drinking Boys. So once again, we see that Winter Wyvern. Beastmaster and Doom, we kind of expect to see them, but certainly Winter Wyvern's one of the big heroes that's rising up in this patch. So Drinking Boys snatching that up pretty early on in the draft. And Bristleback has been seeing a little bit of play. I think at least the Elite Wolves played it in WePlay. So Bristleback certainly starting to see some more play. I'm not sure if anyone else has really played it. I'm sure they have.
Dire team back.
But Bristleback's always one of those scary heroes. If he starts getting out of control, he gets pretty crazy. But we're into our second banning phase. We've got Wisp and Dazzle banned out by Drinking Boys, banning out 2 really strong defensive supports. And we've got a Slardar banned by BYS, another one of those heroes that actually Elite Wolves was using to great effect in WePlay. It actually started getting banned out against them. But it's going to be banned out this time as well. It's also, the amplified damage is quite strong against both the Doom and the Bristleback. But that gets removed, and now we're really deep into the reserve time here.
10 seconds remaining.
Quickly checking our chat, seeing if anything's happened, but they have 8 seconds left on the reserve time before they eventually banned out the Slark. So they better have a good idea of the direction they want to go in the draft coming out of this, because they're not going to have much extra time to play around with. But now this change of draft order is still throwing me off. How we come out of that second ban phase, and it's not ban pick from the same team. It's ban, and then the other team gets to pick. It throws me off every time. But now it's Drinking Boys. It's up to them to pick. They've already got the Beastmaster in the offlane. Winter Wyvern, probably more the defensive of the 2 supports that they're going to pick. But they're going to go with the Axe as well. Interesting. I like the Axe here, even though Doom and Bristleback aren't targets that he's easily going to be able to blink, taunt, and get kills on. But it's also a hero that's not really scared of those heroes. Certainly Bristleback, not really the biggest threat to Axe. Doom, not really the biggest threat to him either. Omni Knight, great pickup by BYS. It's a strong counter to Axe. Axe blinks in, gets a taunt off. One of those targets that is then, taking some damage from the Axe. They get purified from Omni Knight. Purification comes in. It heals the target. Also does pure damage, which is going to really hurt the Axe and anyone else around him as well. So I like that pickup. The Omni second Omni Knight we're seeing tonight. That's very unusual. Maybe it's a window into things to come. I guess we'll have to wait and see on that. I haven't been closely following the stats on Dota and Dota Buff to see if anyone else is picking Omni Knights, but it's certainly the second one we've seen tonight. Queen of Pain now getting picked up by Drinking Boys. That's going to be their mid laner, so we expect them to have Beastmaster offlane. Axe, we're still unsure if that's going to be a position for Axe sitting in the jungle or if it's going to be a safe lane farming Axe. We don't know just yet. As for the Queen of Pain, we expect her in the mid lane. Winter Wyvern probably supporting whoever's in the bottom lane.
5 seconds remaining.
And yeah, I think they're probably going to go with that Axe in the jungle. That's the most likely outcome of this draft, but we'll see. There we go. They went all the way down to 2 seconds reserve time before they picked Medusa. Huh. So part of that is they see the Axe. They read into the fact that it's most likely a position for Axe. And they pick the Medusa, say, okay. Medusa, a hero, relatively slow start, not entirely, but relatively slow start. It's a hero that really shines as we get later and later into the game. So we're going to have a little bit of space early on in the laning phase to at least get her off her feet. The issue I have with that is Axe and Queen of Pain, that's when they ridiculously shine in the game. They are just come to life in the mid game and they just completely take over the game. And that's when a hero like Medusa can become vulnerable. They do have some counterplay to that. They've got the Omni Knight. They've got a mid-game powerhouse hero in their Bristleback, and to some extent their Doom as well. Doom's also a really strong pick against the Queen of Pain as well.
Tinker.
And oh boy. Well, that's how they're going to draw the game out, and this is a hero I absolutely hate. Absolutely hate. If there's one hero in Dota... Okay, we're going to have to say two. If there's two heroes in Dota that I would absolutely not shed a tear whatsoever if they were removed. One of them's Tinker. The other one most definitely is Techies. Most definitely. But yeah, Tinker, he's good at holding high ground. March of the Machines, kind of a good ability.
Anti-mage.
And it leads to some really late games, but Anti-Mage going to be the pick from Drinking Boys. They say, all right, we're going late. Well, we're going to pick a really strong counter to the Medusa, but also a hero that's really, really strong late game. And also a hero that your lineup kind of struggles to really put a lot of pressure on early. And that's going to allow us to get a quick Battle Fury up. And once we get that Battle Fury up, we're going to farm like a beast and get a ton of gold. And we're going to hit late game before your Medusa comes anywhere close to hitting late game. And it's going to be all on your Tinker to try and keep you alive before that Medusa comes online. But even still, we've got the potential to... Oh. Okay. Before that Deuce is able to come online and go toe-to-toe with the Anti-Mage. But even still, the Anti-Mage can certainly go up against a Medusa, even late game. So don't count them out of that either. It's going to be an interesting affair. But like I said, DKB probably going to be the favorites in this. They're some quite known players on DKB. And what did they recently... I think they recently qualified for something or did really well in something. I can't remember what it was. God. I almost want to quickly tab out and look that up. But yeah, they've had some good performances lately. But it looks like the sudden 5-man disconnect from the Dire side has... They've all reconnected and we're ready to go here as we unpause. Let's introduce our teams and our players as we are continuing to cast the Manila Major Open Qualifiers for the Americas Division. We're in round 3 with Drinking Boys on our Radiant side. We've got Shanks playing on the Axe. player I've played quite a few games against. We got Mantu playing on the Winter Wyvern. Getovas is going to be on the Queen of Plane. I guess. Queen of Pain. Sacula is going to be on the Anti-Mage. We've got a quick pause, making sure that we can't see Sacula in the center of the screen. We've got Mad, who I guess is... Well, I guess he's further up here. I don't know what's going on with the camera. But he's going to be playing our Beastmaster, and that's going to round out things for DKB, or the Drinking Boys. And just kind of glancing over at Twitch chat, glad you guys are having some fun with your Dota Buff esports profiles. It's always fun to check out when you actually when you play in something and you actually get your first special esports special esports profile. I'm glad you guys are having some fun with that, and hopefully you guys will play again on Sunday and give it another shot. But we're still paused here, I believe. Who was it? It was the Dire side that paused? BYS? Yeah, BYS paused. So the G comes in, so we are ready to go. As there's the resume, as we'll start introducing BYS. On our Dire side, we've got Tyrone playing the Tinker. Tasha is going to be on the Bristleback. Uniqua is going to be on the Doom. I believe we had a Doom earlier named Unique, so
30 seconds
must be something with players of those names to be playing Doom. We've got Pablo playing the Omni Knight, and Austin is going to be on the Slippery Snake. I can't even speak. I don't know what I'm saying. It's a Medusa. Sacula taking a little bit of damage, but Anti-Mage has that blink, so he'll be able to blink away and not really in too much danger. Quickly going to bring back up the items to note that we do have a Windlace up on the Bristleback.
The battle begins.
So one of the new items will get picked up immediately in this game. I'm a big fan of Windlace, and I'm not even convinced that we see as many people using it as we'll see in the future, but well, time will tell. Time will tell. Mangoes is another one of those things where people were a little hesitant early on, and then there was also people that were like just spamming them like crazy. But mangoes were certainly underused to the point that they're at now, as they're people feel a lot more comfortable with the item. And I think Windlace will probably get there as well, and we might even see people picking them up and then just selling them a little bit later, just because the increased move speed can be advantageous on certain heroes. The amount of pings going out right now. Looks like DKB, they're having some fun with it so far, but let's look at our lanes. We've got Queen of Pain going up against Tinker in the mid lane. Top lane is going to be an off-lane Beastmaster going up against safe lane farming Medusa with not a Doom babysitting. Once again, we had a Doom pick up Scorched Earth, so he's going to sit and wait till he hits level 2 so he can have Devour and he can start going into the jungle. As for our bottom lane, it's going to be an offlane Bristleback going up against an Anti-Mage who is supported by a Winter Wyvern, and looks like we're going to have an Omni Knight down here with the Bristleback as well. And that leaves one hero left, and that's going to be the Axe, played by Shanks, as he's going to be farming up in the jungle as that position 4 Axe. So far I expect Anti-Mage to pretty much just free farm away in this bottom lane. Because the Omni Knight's down here, the Bristleback will be able to get some more XP and start kind of just sticking around in the lane and getting some gold. He's not really going to free farm, I don't think. It depends on how Manitu's able to position himself in that bottom lane, and if they're even going to put that much pressure and focus on bottom lane and making sure that they keep that Bristleback down. I think it's probably more advantageous for them to put more pressure on the Tinker and slow the Tinker than really worry too much about the Bristleback. So I kind of expect him to kind of rotate around and not just stick in the bottom lane to make sure that Bristleback doesn't get farmed. Either way, I think the Anti-Mage is probably going to free farm in this lane, no problem. As for our top lane, Beastmaster's constantly been pulling this creep wave back behind his tower, so he's been able to farm away. We still just have level 2 up on the Doom, but Austin's been trying to farm, but he's sitting at 6 and 1 CS right now, and you can see we've got 4 heroes all on the Radiant side as DKB off to a blazing start when it comes to last hits. Like I said, DKB probably the heavy favorite for this match. I don't really know anyone on the side of the Dire side. But we'll see how they can do up against DKB. I see jungling axe, question mark. Yeah, position 4 axe. There's it's a little bit of a greedy pick, kind of similar to you know, kind of an Enigma, and how EG was running that a lot on Fear. You expect him to play some more axe and stuff like that. But axe might actually be a quite strong pick for EG moving forward. I know they picked it in a match earlier, and I wasn't sure how they did in that match, but it is a pretty strong pick for them because it's one of the heroes that Sumail actually excels at playing. But one of those heroes that they don't really get to pick for him. But they also have the option of putting it on someone like Fear and running in that kind of position 4 situation and just being greedy with it. And we're seeing DKB basically doing the same thing here, putting that, running that position 4 axe. So far, it's been pretty quiet. We're actually going to have a TP to the mid lane from Pablo as he's going to use that to refresh the Tinker's bottle. So as soon as you TP from the fountain, you get the fountain debuff. It kind of lingers on you, and if your mid passes you the bottle, it'll actually instantly refill the bottle from as if you were at the fountain. So when that happens, you can just use one quick charge of the bottle on your ally and then give him the full bottle back, because it will refresh again. So you get free charge from the bottle, but also a free full bottle as well. As Shanks, he's pretty low and he's in trouble here. He's going to try to run. He's under the protection of his tier 1 tower. He's getting that armor buff, but he's just going to run past. It's going to be first blood. It's going to go to Godovas as he hit level 6 and he throws out that sonic wave. Tyrone in some trouble here. He's been shadow striked up, but he's going to run into Mansu coming in from the other side as Godovas is going to blink over the trees and he's going to switch targets and go after Pablo. But here comes Tasha, coming in from the bottom lane. He's also quite low on HP. And looks like Pablo, one more auto attack from Godovas. He's going to get the kill there. Now Tasha's in trouble. This could be basically a triple kill for Godovas. It was so spread out, it wouldn't even have counted as a triple kill. But Mantu got the kill there as well. And while that was going on, in the top lane, Mad scored a kill on the safe lane farming Medusa. So a ton of kills going the way of DKB. Just all of a sudden, pretty much all at the same time, they distance themselves 4 kills ahead. Now 4-0 is our kill total.
Invisibility.
Yeah, it's DKB showing that they're all very, very talented players. I'm not sure all of these guys, but definitely some of these guys are 6K plus. I don't know exactly how high their MMR is anymore, but yeah, they were 5K players when 5K was basically top 200 leaderboards, and they haven't really looked back since then. So very skilled players, and definitely players that if you follow the NA scene closely, you definitely will recognize them. But so far, they just keep farming away. We've got 42 and 22 CS on this anti-mage. Then the Axe, 40 CS in the jungle. No denies for him. As well, I guess there's really nothing for him to deny in the lane, so we can't really knock him for that. We've got Godovas in the mid lane, 34 and 24 CS. We saw him hit level 6, and we saw Tyrone kind of running around at level 4. There was a huge XP differential there as he's about to hit level 6 on that Tinker now, but we see Godovas almost at level 8 as Scan getting used as they're keeping tabs on the Radiant jungle, or sorry, on the Dire jungle, and seeing where those where the Doom is and where the other heroes are as they move around. But we even have this off-lane Beastmaster that's kind of been left almost like he's in a 1v1 lane for the most part, but he's at 45 and 15 CS, and I missed the kill in the mid lane as Shanks was able to run in and get a kill there on Tyrone. Now the pings are coming out. They want to move into Now they're indicating that they might be moving into the Dire jungle, so they want to place an observer ward up. It's Dire pinging that stuff out. They set up a bunch of observer wards. They're trying to protect their jungle, as I'm pretty sure they're feeling up against the ropes here right now. As BYS is, oh my goodness, a kill on the bottom lane as well. As I just need to follow Godovas as he's moving around and just getting these kills, as he's going to quickly take control of this game. And I expect him to get some more kills from this point on. But yeah, BYS is...
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They definitely need to find somewhere on the map. And look at this. Look at these. I can catch all 3 observer wards from them in the same screen. And they're going to get one of them countered. But I guess that's the advantage of having a bunch of observer wards. Even if one gets countered, you still have others. But DKB are definitely exerting their dominance on this game so far, as they still have the 4 highest last hits all on their team. That greedy jungle axe, which should weaken your lanes, but they're showing that they're perfectly fine with that. As Tasha in trouble in the bottom lanes, Godovas blinks on in, Sakula comes in with some right clicks as well, as it's going to be a dominating streak for the Queen of Pain as she moves up to 4-0-2. As Godovas is going to be getting pretty scary as this game moves on, as we've got Uniqua in the jungle, still level 4. His jungling hasn't been going so quickly.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
As he's well behind, even the Winter Wyvern. Now Sakula pushing in this bottom lane. He's already got his Perseverance finished. So he's getting closer towards his Battle Fury. And this is one of the things I talked about. He's going to get a Battle Fury so damn fast. And Shanks already has his Blink Dagger, so he's able to blink and put pressure on other heroes on the map. On top of that, Godovas, he's definitely starting to spiral out of control. They've got the Beastmaster spiraling out of control as well, as he just finished his level 1 Necrobook. Mantu going to counter ward another one of these observer wards. As BYS are going to be... They're trying to protect themselves and protect their jungle so that they can farm up, but those observer wards just keep getting countered. They are going to score a kill here on Mantu, who is trying to delay as much as he can, try to tie up as much time from these heroes as he possibly can. But eventually he does go down. That's going to be the first kill on the board for BYS. But once again, while that was going on, Mad used his Primal Roar, used his Necrobook, and managed to get another solo kill on that Medusa in the top lane. Then he got a tier 1 tower on the back of it as well. There is a ridiculous amount of pings in this game. It is just constant pings going out. I ping a lot when I play, but this is pretty crazy. Look at Sakula. He's already bought. Yeah, he's already bought the Claymore, so he's getting very close to finishing his Battle Fury. And Shanks has landed a Blink Taunt. Godovas is there with the Sonic Wave, and they find another kill. 9-1 now, and it could be 10-1 if Pablo isn't careful. Well, he gets some wards from the Courier, and there it is. Blink Taunt from Shanks. Chops off the head of the Omni Knight. And there it is. 10-1, and then the Hawk, unfortunately, expires and goes down. Rip. So what's the saving grace here for BYS? I guess we gotta look to this Tinker. They've got to find a way to draw this game out. They've got to find a way to buy themselves some time and slow this game down, and Tinker's really the answer to that. If he's able to get his boots of travel, it's a start. He can start pushing out the lanes and start relieving some of the pressure on the map. The problem is there's really nothing else going right for his team right now. And DKB can easily set up gills on this Tinker and read where he's going to be and then just bring him down. So he's going to need at least a Blink Dagger on top of the Boots of Travel before he can really be effective on the map. And even still, DKB, they've got Beastmaster Hawk, they've got Blink Dagger on the Axe, they've got Blink on the Queen of Pain, they've got Blink on the Anti-Mage. They have so many abilities to chase down that Tinker. Hell, even the Winter Wyvern can pop his flying Arctic... I can never remember. Arctic Burn. and scout him out if he tries to blink into trees. And oh, Uniqua, very, very close to going down. Shadow Strike will
Dire's
take
middle tower is
him
under
out.
attack.
No, it's not going to. It's going to heal up. But Tasha's in trouble. Skitovas and Shanks have chased him down. Chop, chop goes the Bristleback's head as Austin will retreat back to his tier 3. Now I'll start moving out to the tier 2 though, but
Dire's
they just have
structures
no
are
space on this
fortified.
map right now, and
Dire's bottom
Mad
tower
starts
is under
running at
attack.
him and Austin immediately has to run away. Even though Primal Roar is on cooldown, but he's going to get a tier 1 tower here. We are going to have a TP in from
Dire's
Pablo.
middle tower has fallen.
But an Omni Knight isn't really the scariest TPing and starting to run at you, so Mad doesn't really have too much to worry about there. Tyrone now up to 1,700 gold. He's getting close to those boots of travel,
Dire's
but
bottom tower is under
look at
attack.
this. Look at Shanks. Position 4 axe. He's got his Tranquils, he's got his Blink, and he's got a Blade Mail. He is really, really scary. We've got a Battle Fury up on the Anti-Mage. I don't even know. This might be too steep of a mountain to climb as Austin's going down. They really just... Nothing's working out for them. I'm scared, but I'm going to look at the net worth. And oh, we don't have all 5 ahead yet, as I thought maybe we might. Mantu, he's the big feeder on the team. He has the 1 death, and now it's going to be 2. But his team is going to get a return kill as they chop off the head of that Tinker.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But we'll do it. We'll bring up the gold graph, and oh
Dire's
my.
bottom tower has fallen.
It is over 1,000 gold a minute in favor of Drinking Boys. XP also over 1,000 a minute. It's not pretty. It is not pretty. And BYS, man, they don't really have anything. There's really nothing that's really going to help them out here. There's... Unique was just standing in... Okay, they're TPing to the mid lane. 1,700 gold on the Tinker. Pretty much no progress since we last checked in because of the death. Look at this, they have 2 heroes pretty much desperate for farm. And they're both feeling like they need to farm the same lane. I really would like to see them put priority on Tyrone though. I think his boots of travel are very, very important for them. But like I said, he needs at least a Blink Dagger to be effective. And even still, there needs to be more than just him. That's the main issue. Like Tasha's supposed to be kind of a mid-game strength for them as well, and it's just not happening. Even the Doom didn't have a really good start. He's level 6 now, so he does have Doom available, and Mantu is going to TP away, and he is going to get away this time. Not going to take the 3rd fall. So many pings coming out, but this one, I hate to say it, looking pretty over right now though.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Looking pretty over. I don't really see how DKB is gonna potentially throw this game. Boots of Travel are finished. Shanks finds another blink target. There goes the head of the Omni Knight once again. Niqua's gonna pop the Scorched Earth, gonna start charging at him. But that Doom isn't gonna get overs anywhere close to dead.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Tyrone TP's to the bottom lane. We'll get a little bit of harass damage in on Mad, but I don't even think he's gonna be able to push him off this tower. A TP from the Bristleback might do it. As Tasha TP's in, forces
Dire's
Mad back.
top tower is under attack.
Well, we got to keep tabs on Sakula, who's just been farming away. 0, 0, and 2. He's got his Battle Fury, his Yasha. He's at 1,400 gold as well. Top tier 2 goes down. As Gidovas and Mantu were up here pushing, but it was also Shanks as well. Shanks, look at that. It's going to be a Diffusal Blade. for Shanks on the axe, and that is a recognition of two things. One, that they are ridiculously far ahead, that their axe can feel the need to go after a Diffusal Blade, but also the fact that Omni Knight, you've got to find a way to address it. You've got to find someone who's going to be able to carry a Diffusal Blade. And you know what? Axe, he's position 4. He needs some kind of utility. And why not? Use that. Use him to pick up the Diffusal Blade to counter the Omni Knight. Bottom tier 2 tower goes down. Just the mid tier 2, the only one left standing right now for BYS. Tyrone continues to farm. There we go. He's got his soul ring now. So he can start working towards his blink dagger. But Austin really has absolutely nothing. Just the perseverance, and that is a long way away from having an item, an inventory that's going to be scary to the enemy team. Is Nico's still going to chase this, and for good reason. Purification comes in from Pablo as they get a kill on the Get Ovas, but Tyrone's going to go down in the meantime, and there is going to be a cold embrace, freezing up Matt, so we can regen up a little bit. Shanks with a huge blink taunt, and it's followed up by a Winter's Curse. And Tasha goes down on the back of it. It's a full 5-man team wipe. Oh boy, BYS. It was a good run to get here. They had to play in the first round. They won their match there, obviously. And they played in the second round as well, winning there as well. And then they made it to the third round where they ran into DKB. Who actually got a bye in the first round, but yeah, they're kind of schooling them right now. Tier 3 is going to go down 20 minutes into the game, and now they're going to start going on to the racks. But they're actually going to back away. They're going to respect the fact that there's a march there and really feel no reason to risk anything whatsoever. As DKB, I think they certainly feel like they've got a shot to potentially win these open qualifiers and go into the main. I was about to say the main event, the main qualifiers for Americas, but it is, they do have a lot more series to go, but definitely taking it cautiously, despite the fact that they are well ahead in this game. And once again, we're 2 kills away from the reverse 3-2-2. And there we go, one more. As we're getting there. Tome of Experience getting used by the Bristlebacks. That'll bring them up to level 9. And you know what? Let's take a look at the levels. Jeez, we only have one level 11 up on BYS, and it's the Tinker, who actually did get level 2 rearm. But oh, they're completely running away with this game. I'm not really sure what else to say. Look at those last hits. 227 last hits up on the Anti-Mage, 153 on the Axe, 145 on the Beastmaster, 121 on the Queen of Pain, and then the top farmer on BYS, 70 on the Medusa. But BYS, while I was going over that, they did get that kill on Shanks. I'm not really sure what they're going to be able to do here. They've got a mech close. They're very close to actually having that completed on the Doom. So that'll help, I guess. Oh no, Pablo's in trouble. The pink spams were coming out once again. This time it was from DKB, indicating we got a Pablo here. And that's a free kill for us. As the Omni Knight's going to go down, and I really feel like DKB just needs to push here. They should be able to take this tier 2 tower. Yeah, I was going to say, if they're taking this very safe, they might as well take Roche and then push with that. I think it might even be a mistake to wait too long rather than just going and ending the game. We'll quickly bring up our gold graph. We're over 30,000 gold in favor of DKB. Obviously, if they were to lose a fight, which isn't even really remotely a possibility, but if they were to lose a fight, that would be an absolutely gigantic gold swing in favor of BYS. But still, DKB would still be way ahead. That they don't really have to worry about it. And there's Mad getting a kill on that Tinker. Once again, it's one of the things I spoke about. The boots of travel aren't going to be enough, and they're going to tap out. They realize that this is over. They tried to claw their way back in this game, but they are so far from potentially coming back in this game. So DKB are going to take it in a pretty one-sided affair, and they're going to advance to round 4 as the GGs keep coming out from BYS, as obviously someone was canceling there. But the throne will fall in just a second, and we'll have DKB advance to our next round, and we say goodbye to BYS. It was a good run for them, but they'll have to take a second shot at it on Sunday, as they'll have to go into the second qualifier. But DKB will advance and keep going on their journey. If you're a fan of DKB, or if you are DKB, then what they hope to be their trip into the main qualifiers. But that's going to do it for this one. As once again, guys, I was Niz. I'm going to throw it to music while I find another game for us to cast, and hopefully one that's going to be a little bit more entertaining and a little less one-sided. But we'll see. But I'll be back in just a few minutes with that game.